The wire hits at 9:03 a.m. You're standing in your kitchen, the same kitchen you've had for 6 years, holding a coffee mug with a chipped handle, and your phone buzzes once. You look down. There it is. A number with a 1 and 9 zeros and a little comma situation that your banking app wasn't even designed to display correctly. It shows up scrunched like the software itself doesn't believe you. $1 billion. Net, after the lawyers, after the earnout structure, after the tax planning your accountant has been building for 18 months. It's done. You won. And here's the first thing nobody tells you about winning the exit game. Nothing in your body knows what to do with it. You expected fireworks. You expected to feel like a different person. Instead, you feel the cold tile under your bare feet, and you notice the dishwasher is still running from last night. You sold the company. The company you started in a rented office with 2 laptops and a coffee machine that leaked. And the world looks exactly the same for about 4 hours. Let me tell you what's really happening underneath, because this is where it gets interesting. The money is the easy part. The money is just a number that cleared. What you actually just did is detonate a charge under every single relationship in your life. And the blast radius is bigger than you think. Right now, at 9 a.m., you don't feel it yet. You text your co-founder, the guy who was in that leaky coffee office with you. We did it, brother. 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. Congrats, man. Huge. That's it. Huge. From the person you spent 2,000 nights texting at 1 a.m. about server costs and a customer who wouldn't pay. You stare at the word huge a little too long, and you don't know why it sits wrong in your stomach. You will understand by tonight. By noon, you're getting calls. Not many. The right ones. Your lawyer, congratulating you in that lawyer voice that's already pivoting to estate structuring. Your lead investor, warm, generous, calling you a once-in-a-decade founder. Which is funny, because 8 months ago he was on a board call telling you your burn rate was reckless. Now you're a genius. Now you were always a genius. That's the first rule of the room you just walked into. The story of your competence is rewritten in real time to match the size of your bank account. You didn't get smarter overnight. The money makes you retroactively brilliant. File that away. It tells you exactly how much these people's respect was ever about you. Around 3 p.m., you do the thing every newly liquid person does. You go for a drive with no destination. You want to feel it move through you. You pull into the same diner you've gone to for years, slide into the booth, order the same $8 breakfast plate, and you realize, sitting there with $1 billion and a plate of eggs, that you have absolutely no idea what to do with the rest of the afternoon. The structure is gone. The fires you put out every day, the Slack messages, the investor decks, the constant low-grade panic that kept you alive and pointed forward for 9 years. Gone. And what's left is a very quiet booth and a waitress who calls you hun and has no idea. And honestly, that's the last time today anyone treats you like a normal human being. Enjoy the eggs. The first text crack appears around 6 p.m. Your younger brother. You're close, or you thought you were. Hey, so I saw the news on TechCrunch. Crazy. We should talk sometime. We should talk sometime. From your brother. Notice the shape of it. It's not come over, let's celebrate. It's a meeting request. He's already negotiating. He just doesn't have the language for it yet, so it comes out stiff, formal, like he's emailing a vendor. You write back, yeah, of course, love you, and you feel the floor tilt slightly because you can already see where this road goes and you've only been rich for 9 hours. Then 9 p.m. This is when it really starts. You're scrolling, half numb, and you notice the group chat. The one with your 4 closest friends, the guys from way before the company, the ones who knew you when your big dream was making rent. The chat that pings 40 times a day with garbage memes and weekend plans. It's been silent since this morning, dead silent. And then you see it, the little indicator. 3 of them are typing in a different chat. 1 you're not in. A chat that got created today. You know it the way an animal knows a storm is coming. They made a room without you in it on the very day you became worth $1 billion. And they are talking about you in it right now. You set the phone face down on the counter. The dishwasher finally clicks off. And in the silence of that same kitchen, with that same chipped mug, you understand something cold and clean. You didn't just sell a company today, you changed your species. And every person you love is, at this exact moment, quietly recalculating who you are to them and what you're now worth to them. And the math they're doing has nothing to do with the 9 years of friendship. It has to do with the 9 zeros. You don't sleep that first night. You lie there at 3 a.m. running the new arithmetic. And by morning, you've decided to do the mature thing, the connected thing. You text the group chat directly. Drinks this weekend, on me, I miss you guys. And here's the tell. 3 years ago, that text would have gotten 15 replies in 90 seconds. Now it gets a thumbs up emoji from one of them. A thumbs up. The currency just inverted on you. When you had nothing, your attention was the gift. Now your money is the gift, and your attention is suddenly worth less than it ever was, because nobody wants to look like the friend who needs something. So they go quiet to prove they don't. That's the cruel little physics of it. The more you have, the more people perform not wanting it. And the performance itself is the wall. By week's end, you take the first real meeting with your brother. He shows up in a blazer. Your brother, who has shown up to your house in pajama pants for a decade, is wearing a blazer to talk to you. He's got a folder, an actual folder. He slides it across the table at the coffee shop, and it's a business plan, a juice bar franchise, 11% projected returns, and he calls it a chance to keep it in the family. And the worst part, the part that genuinely guts you, is that the plan isn't even bad. He worked on it. He stayed up making it. He's proud of it. And you can't hear a word of it as a brother anymore, because every sentence has a price tag stapled to the back. You say you'll look at it. You both know what that means. He leaves a little colder than he came, and you sit there with 2 untouched lattes thinking, I just lost my brother and gained an applicant. This is the renegotiation, and it happens to all of them, one by one, over the next few months. The friend who suddenly has a guy who needs investment. The cousin who gets married and the wedding has, mysteriously, become something you're expected to fund. The college buddy who calls just to catch up, warm as ever, and 40 minutes in mentions, real casual, that he's a little behind on his mortgage. Each one a small heartbreak dressed as a conversation. And you learn to listen for the turn, that little half-second pivot in their voice when the catching up ends and the ask begins. You get so good at hearing it that eventually you hear it even when it isn't there. And that's the poison setting in. You start scanning the people who love you for free for the angle because everyone else had one. So you build the rules, quietly, without announcing them. New phone number for the inner circle. A family office that screens the money requests so you never have to say no with your own mouth, because you learned fast that no from your lips ends a friendship, but no from a wealth manager just ends a transaction. You stop posting anything. You stop mentioning what you bought. You start lying small, telling people the deal was good but not what the press said, deflecting, shrinking yourself on purpose, because the number itself has become a thing that walks into every room before you do and sits down and does all the talking. You're managing access now. You've become a venue with a guest list, and you didn't even decide to. It just happened, one self-protective decision at a time. And the new people, the ones who arrive smelling money, they're almost a relief, because at least they're honest about the transaction. The yacht broker, the art advisor, the family friend financial people who find you within weeks. They want something clean and obvious. It's the old ones who break you, because with them you can never be sure, and not being sure is its own kind of solitude. A year out, you buy the boat. Of course you buy the boat. 40 meters, crew of 9, the kind of thing 18-year-old you would have lost his mind over. And one evening, you're standing on the back deck of it, alone, anchored off a coast so beautiful it looks fake, holding a glass of something that costs more than that diner breakfast cost for a year. The water's slapping the hull. The crew's keeping a respectful distance because that's what you pay them for. And you take out your phone, the secret one, and you scroll to the old group chat, the dead one. The last message is still that thumbs up emoji from a year ago. You think about typing something. Miss you guys. You hover over it, and you realize you can't, because you don't know anymore which of them would answer as a friend and which would answer as a creditor. And the not knowing has quietly eaten the thing whole. So you put the phone face down on the teak rail. Same gesture as that first night in the kitchen. The dishwasher's been replaced by a 40-meter ocean, but the silence is identical. And you finally understand the trade you made, the one nobody priced into the deal. You didn't buy freedom. You bought a perfect, soundproof, beautifully furnished distance from every single person who ever knew you before the zeros. You won the exit game. You won it clean. And the prize, it turns out, is that you'll never again sit in a booth and have someone call you hun and mean nothing by it. You got everything you wanted. That's exactly the problem. The water keeps slapping the hull, and there's no one on the boat to hear you not say a word.